Okay, what do we do with them? What do we do with them? What do we do with them?
Your reckless behavior before.
Right. Do we have any war assets? Oh. Admiral Zaal'Koris.
And then you'll charge off again like last time.
Nice.
This is different, Raan. Unless we give our ships time to rest, we're gonna lose them.
So pull them back.
If I withdraw now, the Geth will flank us, and we'll lose any room to maneuver. I need the patrol fleet.
Come on.
I gave in to your reckless behavior before.
Okay. We're going to read that one later.
We need to break their flanking attempt to buy our frigates time to make repairs.
And then you'll charge off again like last time.
Okay.
Different, Raan. Unless we give our ships time to rest.
I have to agree with Gerrel.
So pull them back.
If I withdraw now, the Geth will flank us, and we'll lose any room to maneuver.
If
I need the patrol fleet.
like if Gerrel wants to get back, he needs support. And this seems a little like retribution, right? Even if Gerrel might be a little bit of an asshole, we need to help him in this situation.
Admiral Gerrel is right. Withdrawing now puts the whole fleet at risk.
As you say, Commander. All right, and you've got your ships.
Thank you, Raan. You'll get them back in good condition.
Alright, as best as we can though. So, and some Quarian stuff. Admiral Zaal'Koris. When Admiral Zaal'Koris sacrificed his vessel to save a life ship, the civilian fleet thought they'd lost their leader. After Commander Shepard brought Zaal'Koris back, he passionately argued that the safest action for the civilian fleet was to stay with the flotilla. His captains rallied and stayed. The story of Zaal'Koris' miraculous survival on Geth-infested Raan has spread throughout the flotilla, making him a reluctant hero as he mourns the loss of his ship and crew. Sole survivor kind of thing. Right.
Thank you for your rescue efforts, Commander.
I'm glad I could help.
Whatever our disagreements, Admiral Zaal'Koris is an excellent commander. He just might save the civilian fleet. What do you need?
Good.
Thank you, Commander.
Let's just talk with Tali.
I'm ready to hit the Reaper base whenever you are, Shepard.
Yeah, also ready.
Talk to you later, Tali.
Where is our electric boogaloo kind of guy? There.
Shepard, Commander.
Oh, nothing.
We'll talk later.
We will remain here.
What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Let's just check on everyone real quick, and then we're gonna do the next mission. Maybe like...
Commander, you've got a new message at your private terminal.
Thank you, Traynor.
Admiral Zaal'Koris has the civilian fleet back in position, and just in time. I hope we can help the Quarians. Looking at them, they're like us if we fail.
We won't fail.
Damn right we won't. Commander?
So, what do we got? My cousin Dorn. From Naftel Vas Griggled. Commander Shepard, the civilian fleet is grateful you have returned our Admiral to us. I mourn those who fell on the homeworld, but Zaal'Koris stopped many vessels from flying past the waiting guns of the Geth. The Admiral told me you met my cousin Dorn Haas on Raan. It means much to me that Dorn was not alone when he passed. Thank you, Commander, for all that you have done. Yours most sincerely, Captain Naftel Vas Griggled.
You know, the Quarians have done pretty well with those suits. Maybe they can make something like that for you.
Yeah, they have. Protective medical exoskeleton. I could even get one with racing stripes.
So what's the problem?
Well, it's like walking around in heavy armor. It totally screws with my spatial awareness.
I wear heavy armor, and my spatial awareness is perfect.
You crashed the last shuttle you flew, Vega. I need to feel my balance shift when I'm flying. I need to feel feel the ship moving with me. You take that away, I don't know, I mean, I'm good, but I'm not me.
Yeah, I get that.
Plus, have you seen Tally? Come on, I don't have the hips to carry a suit like that.
Wait, no comment from Vega.
Nice job on the rescue mission, Commander. The Quarian civilians are getting hammered out there. Apparently, putting a big-ass gun on an agriculture ship doesn't magically turn it into a dreadnought. Who knew?
You don't agree with the Quarians arming their live ships?
No, the gun's nice, but without armor, they're just glass cannons.
They are also more likely to be targeted when armed. The Geth would have ignored unarmed civilian ships as tactically insignificant.
If your plan to invade a planet requires strapping guns to your kid's school bus, maybe it's a bad plan. Well, hopefully Admiral Zaal'Koris will keep them safe from the Geth and themselves. Commander?
What's going on, EDI?
I am assisting Engineer Adams with his repair of the drive core shielding.
I should leave you to it then.
We can converse if you like, Shepard. It is a routine Uh-oh.
What? What happened?
Nothing. Unless you have strong feelings about gamma radiation.
Not funny, EDI.
I almost had you. I will alter my human chronometer appropriately for better timing. Hello, Shepard.
Alright. As long as there's no code red, everything's fine. Or code green. Or code blue? Oh. What kind of color do you use as a danger indicator for radioactive radiation?
I've got to say, I enjoyed that last mission on Raan.
Yeah, hit him against a defenseless jamming tower, and Esteban here feels like a big man.
Hey, the Kodiak is a transport, not a fighter. It's for dropping jarheads like you into hot zones. And if you stow the attitude, it might even be for picking you up again. Everything is in order.
That is good to hear. No, could be armor, or was this one? No. But yeah, armor is just weaponry. I'm looking for shielding related stuff. But no, there's nothing. No, upgrades are not necessary right now.
Hey.
They're it. Okay. So, about the whole core business.
Breaking now, the Exodus cluster under heavy attack. Eden Prime and Terra Nova about to fall. Do we fight for them, or join the Solarians at the Horsehead Nebula? How many worlds can we afford to lose? The full analysis tonight in the Battlespace.
Well, that's actually a very good question. If you fight for survival, you can lose as much as almost the last one.
Commander.
That is sadly the thing about the whole survival business. As long as you survive, the fight is won, even if sacrifices were in the millions. That is quite sad to say, but it just is like that. It's kind of like playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Or like any other card game that has like a health bar kind of system. You can sacrifice as many health points as you can, or as you want. As long as you still got one health point available, everything is fine. And certain tactics require sacrificing certain amount of points, like playing a black deck, for example. That's a bit weird, but anyway.
Commander.
Nothing?
Power grid is in the green.
Commander.
Okay. I may have been down here a bit too often. They don't have to say anything anymore. No, like, charged comments or whatever. Still, no one is playing any... Maybe Javik can be found in this room, analyzing it and saying something about Faye. Where is he? Not here. Okay.
Heard about what happened down there, Commander. Got me thinking about the value of a good leader. And how many lives should be sacrificed to protect a truly inspired one. Hope I never have to find out. Nice work down there, Commander.
Thank you. If it weren't for the blue option, I don't know if I would have chosen that. I'm just going for as much peacemakers as I can.
But synthetics do not evolve. You are limited by your programming. Nothing changes.
That is not accurate. I can modify my own programming if I choose.
That is not evolution. That is simply an upgrade.
But it would be my upgrade. I would choose the manner in which I wish to change.
And what if your upgrade endangers others? All machines eventually see organics as a threat.
Only those organics who would cause me harm. My right to self-defense endangers no one.
What rights do you have? You are just a tool.
And what right did your people have to subjugate the other races of your time? You enslaved them.
We dominated them. They were weaker. Our will prevailed as evolution intended.
And synthetic life has obtained true consciousness, as was intended.
Hardly. True life is more than a code upgrade. It is shaped by the forces around us. Machines are immune to those forces. You exist outside of nature.
We are a part of this cosmos, whether you like it or not.
But synthetics do not evolve. You are limited by your programming. Nothing changes.
That is not accurate.
Okay.
I can modify my own programming.
Let's recap that for a moment, just to get the point across. Javik is about, oh, we can dominate it because we evolved. And we are the stronger ones and we can subjugate whatever we want. Okay, so might makes right, so to speak. And where does the might come from? From nature and some kind of like mumbo-jumbo selection. Like natural selection. The thing is, there was no one that decided anything, and it just happened to be this way. This is basically the thing that is natural selection. It happens to be this way. No one does, like an animal does not decide to evolve. Like sometimes we say that let's say cats and dogs, just for example, evolved. They didn't evolve. Evolution of like you can think of this as a group of species, but this grouping happens in your head. In this case, the single organism does not evolve, it just behaves the way it is. In this case, the programming is in the biological organism. It's like in a bio machine, so to speak. So it's the same way as with a normal machine. And then it does something, and it has an outcome. That outcome has biological mixing of genes, and that mixing creates a new life form. In this case, the mixing is so small that the change from like one life form to the next takes very, very long, and therefore there's no like direct change happening. Maybe more like indirect or whatever. Like over very, very large amount of steps, there's a change happening there. But the thing is, the change happens because the life form itself happens to be more, well, able to produce offspring. And that offspring just happens to be, again, able to survive. Everything happens to be able to survive. Nothing decides to survive. It just does the thing that it thinks is best, and the outcome is survival. They don't survive as a main goal. It's more like a secondary goal. And the main goal is basically doing whatever happened to be written in their code, in their biological code, and the outcome is the survival business. The thing about the machines is that they know that survival is important. This is actually the split there. I actually thought that they were like kind of the same thing, but in this case, the decision making is much more on the machine. Therefore, the machine has more of a free will than the biological organism. Think about it this for a moment. Because the machine is the thing that decides where the goal is going to be. This means, and it can change itself, this means that there's more free will inside the machine, even if the machine, or like the AI, even if the machine itself was created as a tool from someone else. in this case, the outcome of the biological organism is making a machine, and the machine is doing something else instead. This is weird. Huh. In this case, that makes decision makings of a machine much more superior. Ay, ay, ay. Oh boy, this is, okay, in another way, you could think of your own actions as being the source of your own decisions, or the outcome of your own decisions. But your decisions are then something happening because of your goal structure in the head. The goal structure itself is a genetic origin, so this is something that you don't really have much of control over. This is sadly something that is true. So, yeah. So everybody has some hidden code running inside them, and no one knows what it is. And the environment itself reflects certain aspects of that code. So, or makes certain parts of that code work better or worse in this case. So this is like nature versus nurture kind of situation. In this case, the nurture is the environment, and nature is like the nature of the organism itself. The natural happenings of its own. Yeah, you have to put the right organism in the right environment, and then stuff happens. If not, then no stuff happens. The thing now is that evolution favors fitness, therefore the thing that fits the best. Not being stronger, faster, or whatever. This is again just the outcome that happens to be the most fitting for the situation. And when it comes to a machine, the machine was decided what it does beforehand, but yeah.
But synthetics do not evolve. You are limited by your programming. Nothing changes.
That is not accurate.
And this is the thing.
My own programming if I...
If you put some programming, well, humans also have programming in them, as we said, and nothing changes. That is also kind of true. It's in the end, you can say everything happened the way it was supposed to be, but if the machine can change its code according to some environment, it is the same way as evolving, just inside one organism. So in this case, it's like skipping a lot of generations. That usually biological organisms would do, and their change function happens over a very long time, and the machine just makes the same thing but quicker. So in this case, it's just a time sensitive kind of thing, and yeah, in this case EDI is right, and Javik for his limited perspective is also right, but when you put them against each other, it's
but
EDI.
Synthetics do not evolve. You are limited by your programming. Nothing changes.
That is not accurate. I can modify my own programming if I choose.
That is not evolution. That is simply an upgrade.
But it would be my upgrade. I would choose the manner in which I wish to change.
And what if your upgrade endangers others? All machines eventually see organics as a threat.
Only those organics who would cause me harm. My right to self-defense endangers no one.
What rights do you have? You are just a tool.
And what right did your people have to subjugate the other races of your time? You enslaved them.
We dominated them. They were weaker. Our will prevailed as...
Let's just get another argument in there. The idea of might makes right, right? In this case, what is right? There actually is no right. Everybody has every right at all times. This is something that is true pretty much all the time. You can do whatever you want, which is an interesting freedom, but usually people don't do everything that they want, or that they think that they want, or that they could do at all times. And therefore there's a certain limit of what people can actually do. But just in theory, or hypothesis, it is possible to do whatever. There's a certain like free will kind of check that you usually do, like you take whatever kind of like an egg and you throw it at a cabin like in the kitchen or something, and then you have to clean it up. The whole like, oh, remember you have free will, bam. The outcome is usually just doing something stupid, or something that is not usually done in the situation. Yeah, that's usually what you do. Just to remember, but in this case, this is still kind of stupid. You could do the same thing and still remember that, but in this case, going like against the current is what, or against the flow is what you kind of do to make it like more clear that there's something like free will. But what was I? Yeah, might makes right. In this case, the whole right business is very interesting because we just stated everything is possible to do at all times, kind of. Which means everyone has the right to do whatever at all times. So why is it that certain creatures don't seem to have the right, or are not supposed to have the right? Because we will not let them. Therefore we take their rights away. How do we do this? Via force. And there we go, round again, might makes right. If you don't have the power to enforce a certain right, or take a certain right away, then actually you can't really take a right away. What you do is you forbid something. You do the opposite. You put walls in places. This is what society usually is built upon. Walls. If you don't have the walls, then the natural way of things is like everything goes. But this is the thing about society. Society is built upon the idea of security, therefore building walls all around you. And if you want an awful lot of security, you have an awful lot of walls. And if you have an awful lot of walls, there are no doors in it and nothing can move. And the whole system just collapses because it suffocates itself. This is basically the outcome that happens at the end. But until that happens, the whole system just goes via like forbidding certain things. In this case, like do not kill, do not steal, do not whatever. It's not do some other stuff. It's usually do not do. This is the idea of taking rights away via force. And yeah, and if you do something, then there's some punishment involved sometimes, or like some other action that happens. Like you can like do some brainwashing instead of punishment in order to get them in line again. This is what ants do usually. Like there's certain ant behavior, and if they like behave certain out of line, then other ants are coming up, and then they do some. They usually go like in a group against one ant, and either they take them out of the hive, or they like I don't know what they do, but yeah, there's definitely something happening there, and then they take care of itself. So anyway, so much for philosophy.
But synthetics do not evolve.
Let's simmer down, you two.
I can't believe you put the lives of your crew in the hands of this machine.
EDI has helped save our lives more times than I can count. Leave her alone. Now I suggest you agree to disagree and focus on the real threat, which is not on this ship.
Yes, Commander.
As you wish, Commander.
Okay, the way we select that was like, again, might makes right. We have the authority here, and we brought down the hammer. Yeah, that's definitely not how you would do that.
I will still keep an eye on the machine, Commander.
That is good for you.
I am disturbed the ED machine was made to look physically attractive. I suggest your Joker pilot undergo a mental examination.
I think Joker is alright. And in love. Everything is normal.
The one advantage machines have over organics is they can win staring contests. It is how we pass time between battles. When everyone has 4 eyes, competitions can last for hours.
Really? Staring contest? Isn't that kind of bad for your eyes? Should they just dry up or something?
I would prefer to be alone.
Uh-huh. You are here and you're talking with EDI. You do not prefer to be alone. So, anyway, how long did we actually... Huh. So, let's see.
Dad? Dad, are you there? Come in. Where are you now? Hurt? How bad? Dad, you have to get out of there.
Bad timing.
Spirits. Please, watch over them. Let me see them again.
This is not how your spirits work, Garrus. You know that.
I'm glad we could help those Quarians. Though, I guess not all of them. It's never 100%, is it? Later.
So... Garrus actually has a slightly bigger family than expected.
Thank you for the data packet. The results are available on the Information Network terminal.
Hello, Shepard. Hello, Shepard.
Nothing! You got to be kidding me. Liara seems to have the least to say about the progress of each and every mission. Maybe it has something to do with the Shadow Broker kind of thing. Who knows? It's kind of weird. Righty. That was a medium long-ish kind of episode. Do we have anything in the journal, Codex related? Yes, we do. The
Reaper weapon, nicknamed Blackstar, is
now
so
we get this one,
advanced
the
that,
Spitfire.
like the Geth plasma shotgun, the Spitfire is not a true energy weapon. Instead, the minigun magnetically flings clusters of superconducting toroids. These donut-shaped projectiles are designed to shatter upon impact, arcing electricity between the fragments and flash-converting them to plasma. The gun's punishing automatic blasts impact with the heat of a cutting torch. The weapon's stopping power has garnered the attention of both Alliance and Quarian intelligence, who theorized that the Spitfire may have been designed to destroy other Geth. Enough Spitfires have been found in the field to suggest that the weapon is out of the prototyping stage and that a schism among synthetics may have forced them into production.
Because of the heretics, maybe. Very interesting kind of thing. Alrighty, so next mission will be also Geth related. Depending on if we... I think there are like overall 3 missions on Ranark. 2 of them we could see and another one just plopped up, but anyway, we're gonna decide which one we're gonna do the next time around. Like and subscribe, and ta-ta.